Oh, I'm going to explain what happened as soon as she says action.
Action.
Let me tell you what happened. Okay? I apologize for that last video. I was in the middle of what I thought would be an amusing tale, and Dave went to turn the camera back.
It's a phone. It's your old phone.
Whatever it is, you fat fingered it or did something, thereby killing. We were literally 10 minutes into it, building right up to a big finish, and bang! Killed it.
Are you in television production? Why are you using a phone?
I don't know. I mean, we're sitting here, we're talking. I figured we'd tape it. I just thought the limits of your effectiveness when it comes to operating technology.
A phone.
And, I thought you could turn the phone on yourself, the camera on yourself.
But you got that old phone, so something's wrong with it.
Pet it.
An old phone.
Pet it. It's not an old phone. It's a brand new phone. It's not a 3. It's a brand new phone.
What? 5 is not a new phone.
No.
We're up to the 6 right now.
Are we up to a 6? Why can't we get a 6?
All right, will you finish the story?
The point was, I remember what we were saying.
Well, come on.
I was saying that I was expecting.
What were we talking about? You saw a football game.
Right. You didn't order a beer, and it surprised me.
This was on the first trip. We had just come from Philadelphia to Oregon.
Right.
Yes, and then we had a day off before we had to travel up north of Oregon.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we sat in a bar, the kind of bar where a couple of guys would have a beer and watch the game. And the waitress came over, lovely woman, asked Dave what he wanted, and he said, "I'll have a zema."
So
And-
what?
Well, it's nothing. I mean, I'm not judging.
I'm comfortable with who I am.
I didn't know who you were at the time. I thought you were messing
I
with
didn't
me.
say anything about you.
I thought you were messing with me, and and she brought him a zema, and he drank it, and he loved it, and you spent a while espousing the virtues of the festive-like quality of that particular fluid.
You remember this, but I don't. I mean, I know it happened. I remember watching the game, but why do you remember it so vividly?
Because it was so clear in my head that a guy named Barsky, who wants to work on a show called Dirty Jobs, is going to pull off the road to watch his favorite sports team, the New England Patriots, and enjoy a Sam Adams, or maybe even a Budweiser, or maybe even a Hefeweizen with a little bit of fruit in it. But you actually got a Zima, and then you doubled down on it. You got another one, and you sat there and you drank it with such purpose and pride. It was extraordinary, and it put me off. It put me off briefly, but over time I realized, you know what? Yeah, you're an interesting cat. You're a Zima drinking, football loving guy. I don't know if you still do this, but back in the day, you mind if I share your little bash?
Well, what are you about to say?
Bash show.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. I'm not going to give up your personal information.
Yeah.
But on that same trip, Dave was going to meet us in the parking lot for the shoot that morning, and he came out of his hotel just a little late. Came out of his room, and I said, "Everything okay?" He said, "Yeah. I was just struggling over the haiku." And I said, "But what?" He said, it's nothing." I'm like, No. You said haiku." And every morning, Dave would wake up and he'd write a haiku before we'd go out and shoot Dirty Jobs. And when did you start doing that? And do you still? That's my question to you.
I don't do it as often as I'd like, but I started doing it a number of years before we started Dirty Jobs.
Why?
I have an interest in the form.
And tell me about the form.
Oh, come on. It's no.
Look.
They can look it up on Wikipedia or something.
Oh, yeah. See, isn't that kind of insulting? Don't you think maybe they know what the form is?
No,
Isn't
maybe
that like
they know.
spelling pedant?
No,
I mean, is it-
not at all. Some people might not know.
All right. Well, I find it fascinating, not because it's a 5-7-5 syllabic pattern that most people are familiar with, but because if you're a guy like Dave, who's pedantic in a specific way, but creative in another way, the haiku is really the perfect blending of the rigidity of the form and endless possibilities for creativity. So the idea of working within a parameter is the thing I eventually grew to appreciate about it.
Oh, very good. What does
You're
that
very
mean,
good.
Steve?
I don't need to be evaluated. I'm giving you a compliment. Thank you is a traditional way to
no, you
respond.
finally
Very
understood.
good.
You-
Nice job, Mike. You said something swell.
No, I'm saying that you understand. You grew to understand and appreciate the form. I
Yeah.
enlightened you.
Yeah, but exactly. That's what you do. That's annoying.
I enlightened you.
I didn't grow to understand. I didn't eventually achieve a level of maturity that allowed me to comprehend the incredible complexities of your dichotomous being. I realized that a guy who looks like he would drink a beer would have a zema. In the same way I realized a guy that looked like he'd be more predisposed to say a limerick was in fact a fan of a far more ancient and subtle form of poetry. These things take time to understand, but they don't require congratulations from you for pointing out.
The Patriots lost 31-0 that day.
That's true. And I know it's true not because I remember it, because we have discussed this in the past, and I did Google the score, and he remembers this. How'd the Patriots do in 2005?
Well, it doesn't matter. They went on to win the Super Bowl that year.
You essentially have made a career of answering the questions that you only hear in your head.
No.
No, you don't
Not a
answer
career.
You don't answer questions that are posed
This is
to
not
you.
my career.
This could well be your career. Okay, how long are we talking?
What does that matter?
It matters. I think I'm going to say 5 minutes and 44 seconds.
No.
It doesn't matter.
Just tell me.
Let's give some
6
away.
minutes and 45 seconds.
Oh, jeez.
Can we give something else away?
Yes.
Because we gotta get rid of this crap.
We're not giving it away. We're auctioning it.
That's what I meant.
People are going
On
to
eBay.
Yeah. I
All
mean,
right.
forgive me for correcting you, but the difference between giving it away and auctioning it is
Well, what?
is
But
colossal.
you're auctioning,
I'm giving it
auctioning
back
for a
to
good
you.
job.
No, it's a good cause. It's a good cause. Collectibles, rare and precious. CRAP is the acronym. Stuff worn years ago on dirty jobs, now raising money for trade scholarships. That's a hat that I wore back in 2006, maybe
No, it was later than that.
7.
No,
I mean,
it
I
was
know that's after 6, 8. We were on a hagfish boat
Yes.
somewhere up in
Maine. No, it's actually apropos to the conversation because this was done in September, and this is what a producer really does. Maine is my favorite state, and 2 years running, during the run of Dirty Jobs, I was able to schedule something in Maine for the same weekend that the Patriots were having the home opener at the stadium. So after we shoot, I'd drive down and watch the game.
Foxborough.
Yeah, 2 years running. So that's what a producer does. You schedule properly.
Let me tell you what a decent host does. This show happened because we were in Maine shooting something else, completely different. And I don't remember what it was, but I remember sitting on a park bench when a guy came up to me and we started talking about the show, a viewer, and he suggested hagfish. And we returned to Maine to do the hagfish story.
That was the year prior.
Right, and I think we were there maybe for lobsters.
Yeah, it
or
was
something.
lobster. You know, it was a big tour. We did a couple things in New Hampshire. We did something in New Hampshire,
Yeah,
and then we did. And then we went back to do this.
but when Dave tells you what a producer does, he's not mistaken. I'm just saying that in many cases, the ideas for Dirty Jobs came from viewers, and sometimes they happen just because people walked up to us on the street.
Oh, sure, but it's my plan to make sure I get to the Patriots game.
It was your plan to have me on that bench on that day, so that random guy came up at that time to tell me, guys, you guys should do a story on slime eels.
Yes. Otherwise known as hagfish.
Anyhow, we went on a boat. Remember the name of the boat?
Absolutely not.
I don't either.
Thank you.
Do you remember the name of the crewman we had who vomited more times than anyone has ever seen?
31, he claims.
Yeah, Dawson, who worked on Somebody's Got to Do It briefly there.
He did?
Yeah.
Wow, it wasn't a water-based one, was it?
No, but it doesn't matter. He threw up everywhere.
Without going on water.
No,
That's
he's fine.
So sad.
Long story short, this is the hat I wore on the day of the slime eels. It's still got slime on it. That's actual slime from the shoot. It would have to be. Am I correct, Dave?
Yes, it is. That's actual slime from a slime eel. Now in dried form.
From Millbridge, Maine, this was the hat on that fateful day. I'll sign it. You'll bid for it. What's a hat worth from Dirty Jobs? It's unknowable. Mary, if your finger's in front of that lens again, I swear.
It's not for the
Okay, because it was before.
It was
Yeah,
not.
people are
What
complaining
was it?
online
it's troubling for people who are actually watching this.
Really?
8, 9 viewers.
Wow.
riveted
Yeah, it's
to
getting
this.
late, so that means like people
Yeah.
in Indonesia watching.
You can actually.
Anyhow, we'll get a
Hey,
link
little
up for this
cameraman.
tomorrow. We're going to post this now, so I don't have a link for you, but you'll be able to bid on this tomorrow. I promise on eBay. We'll do another post with some more information in a slightly more cogent fashion. But we have the where's the sweatshirt? We have this guy that we already mentioned in an earlier video from the reindeer segment. That's going to be fantastic. And now we have this hat as well. That's going to be great too. And I think was this the 5th video or the 6th we did tonight?
This is 6th.
This is the 6th video. This one already is near 9 minutes right now. Am I correct?
10 minutes and 45 seconds.
Okay, so this is
That
going
was
to
really long.
be over 11 minutes when we're done. The last one was 10 minutes.
Why does it matter?
I'll tell you in a second. That's 21 minutes. The first one was 3. The second one was 5, and the one after that was 7.
6.
Add it all up together.
It's the length of a show that should be on CNN.
That's right.
That I've never seen, by the way.
It's called a DVR. Okay.
DVR is
It's
full of Bourdain. Sorry.
Rude, man. All right, Dave. Thanks for stopping by. This has been fun. If we had a sponsor, we'd have.
Are
something
you out
to
of
celebrate.
wine?
We're done. We're out of wine, and we're out of stories. We're out of questions. Hey, thanks for watching Facebook. I don't know. How do you say goodbye in a situation like this?
You record another video and say goodbye.
You just say cut.